GFR.
Good morning.
Hi, this is Alan. I like Ironworks because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworks with Josh, Walt and Zach.
And Lucas.
It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworks with Josh, Walt and Zach.
And Lucas.
It's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworks on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Rail Media is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to Space Letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to The Ironworks with Zach, Walter, and Josh.
And Lucas.
Break clear of the fear on The Ironworks and become an Iron Scout.
It is Tuesday, my dudes.
And a happy Tuesday to you all. Welcome to the Ironworks right here on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. What a weekend it has been. Actually, it's been relatively quiet in comparison to the last several weeks, where it seems like I've had some sort of major appliance break or need to be replaced or something. So yeah, it's been relatively quiet. My end looks like we're going to end up possibly, I'll call it 90% chance we'll end up with a third dog here within the next few
nice.
Weeks. Yeah.
I don't know. How's Sibby going to get along with him?
Sibby's been doing really well, considering he's, kind of a dick like
and grumpy
that.
And
yeah. But
he's a good boy. He's a good bit Sibby. I need more coffee.
No, Layla's more about she's a girl's dog. She likes the females, so basically I get barked at and growled at a lot. And
She'll come around to you.
I'm hoping we watch her whenever her original owners would go out of town or whatever. So again, she's not unfamiliar to us. So, and this just always
is that the one Hank met?
Probably so.
Last time we came through?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she was a sweetheart.
Yeah. So this time was no big deal, but we've had her a little over a week now. And over the weekend, she finally started to warm up just a little bit. So, I don't know. We'll see. We're going to keep her till Friday, just for an extra week, to see if we can get her to the point where I can actually let her outside to go to the bathroom and get her back in the house. Because she has zero recall when it comes to me and my son, really any kind of male figure that she's not familiar with. So, as it stands, Dixie's the only one that can let her out to go to the bathroom, which is not so great for Dixie. Because like when I get home from work, Dixie doesn't come home for an hour, and she's been in the crate all day, and I can't just like let her out of the crate and let her go to the bathroom. So she's got to stay in the crate until Dixie gets home. So there's that issue.
Yeah, because as soon as she gets out of that crate, she's going to the bathroom somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I have to leave her there, which I hate.
I know Hank has issues with that sometimes. If I leave him with people he doesn't really know that well, or even if I leave him with somebody he does know that well, if I leave and you let him out, he's not coming back inside. Now, you might listen to Cammy, but like when Jaron we'd all be gone and Jaren will let him out, Jaren will have to go pick him up and carry him back in the house. Because Hank will not listen to Jaren. I don't know what it is, but he just doesn't listen to him when he tells him to come back in the house, and I'm not there. Yeah. So yeah, I know what, well, I don't know, but Jaren knows what you're going through.
Yeah. She's just really sweet.
Dog snobbery, that's what it is.
I have zero desire for a third dog. I don't really want one. But her owners had 2 kids when they got her.
That's a lot of love to give.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of attention. And because, you know, Shibby's already sort of Dixie's dog and Esme's sort of always up my ass. This new strange dog is causing a little bit of territorialism over the humans. And that's getting to be some issues where everybody's trying to come in between us and somebody else that wants some attention. So, you know, it is.
Yeah, that attention thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say it's easier, I think, for us to take this neurotic dog than it will be for some other strange family with zero history to try to take this neurotic dog. And I think it's going to be easier on us to take her than it will be on her to not. So as much as I don't really... 2?
Yeah.
I mean, old enough to, you know, adjust, but she's young. That's a lot of years for another dog.
It's like having another kid after you just sent your kids, or your kids are in high school now.
Mm-hmm. Don't I know it?
Well, they do add a lot more love to the house, so, you know, I've never had a bad dog, so she'll prove her worth. Give her time.
Doing something. What was I doing? Oh, I was sending TJ a link because I saw he was up jamming late this morning. I
missed it this morning. I was actually I almost turned on YouTube, but I didn't. I thought I'd get distracted. I
didn't see him on YouTube. I saw him on Odyssey.
Oh, on Odyssey. I never see that pop up in my living room area.
Well, I get the notification on Telegram because I'm subscribed to the Terrestrial Mac channel over there on Telegram. So I get the notifications.
Telegram channels. Oh, teach me new stuff.
Well,
what's Telegram?
Right? What's Telegram? Oh, that's that one that can only let you share 2 gig file sizes. Fuck Telegram.
Fuck Telegram.
Back in my day, Telegram, you could do any file size.
It's send everything.
15 gigs, no problem.
Well, that's a lot of gigs.
That's why we
here
used
at my house. What has happened with the cat situation with Rizzo? She came here as a kitten who was of a group of kittens who was the most humanly sociable, meaning that she would come over to you, let you pet her, and then leave you alone. Or if, like the guy who gave her to me, picked her up, he would pet her for 2 seconds, and then she'd want to get down. And so she was that kind of socialized animal. So she wasn't really overly a people person, which was fine. We just needed her to help with the mouse control. Then she arrived with gifts, and we had 3 more kittens. And so now, as she's become more play-like with them, the jealousy thing is set in, because they're cute, and they're easy to pick up and hold and cuddle and all that. And she's now a big cat. But now she feels like, I need that attention too. So suddenly there's a 10-pound cat jumping right in the middle of your lap. Being a guy, not so pleasant. I have so many scratch marks all over, everywhere, my legs, my arms, everything. It's all just needing sweet attention. There's no intent of harm. I understand all that, but they are clawed animals. So the attention-seeking thing has really definitely become pretty much my full-time job. If they're not in here seeking attention, it's like children. If they're quiet, I have to go look and see, what are they into? What are they into? It's like, yeah, it's something else. Anyway, sorry. Cat time over.
Well, I was going to talk about the cats. You remember me bringing
up
go
ahead.
A while back? You remember me bringing up a while back that sort of cat that just turned up at our house? No.
Vaguely.
I do actually remember
Well,
you saying that. Yes. Sorry, I had to get back.
Yeah,
to
I
the
was
mute
like,
button.
yeah, is it old enough to, train to be an actual cat because it seemed to be scared of us? Well, it's sort of it's getting used to us, and it's like hanging outside the back door, and but it won't, we can't go near it, otherwise it runs off. And then there's been other cats turning up. I'm like, what is going on? So we've had like 3 cats turn up at our house. I'm just like, I'm about sick of this. You can't even pat them or nothing. I don't know where they come from.
See a lot more of this too.
What was that Stephen
People
King story
not working
about the cat people? The
What was
shape
that?
shifting. What was that Stephen King story with the shape shifting people that would?
That was it, wasn't it? Shapeshifters?
Was that
No,
what it was called?
Sleepwalkers.
Sleepwalkers. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
That
happened?
was one of the most bizarre fucking movies ever made.
It was. It was fucking.
I mean, truly, it was about people who turned into cats. The mom and the son were like having sex. It was fucking psycho. It was craziness. That was like one of the most insane movies that most people don't even know existed. Thanks for pulling that out of my memories. I had that hidden away behind a special wall. I was like, oh, Josh, thanks, bro.
Show me
So
where
I
Stephen
watched
King.
a movie. Walt.
Yeah.
It's called The Free Guy.
Dude,
But
shut up. I'm going off.
I'm not even allowed
unhooking.
to talk about
I'm
it.
off. I'm off the channel. Later. I'll see y'all later.
No, but you guys out there, go check out that movie, The Free Guy. I laughed a lot, but it made me cry. There's a part, and I haven't cried to a new movie in I don't know how long. I think I saw throughout the whole movie, and it showed lots of people, one mask at one part. That was it. So a lot of the propaganda and all that BS that's going on right now, I haven't seen any new movies where where everybody is masked or this or that.
I've
It's like
seen
they're
one
not adding
in
it.
my hometown.
Yeah.
It was like today.
Yeah.
I was like, I drove past some people today. Sorry to cut you off, but there was 4 people in the car, and all 4 of them had a mask on. I'm just like, what? Shit.
Oh my goodness, what is going on with these people? And you guys don't even have sick people there. It's like 7 people have been sick. And they close everything down.
And the other ones, I was like looking out the front of the supermarket, 2 people just having a conversation outside wearing a mask. I'm just like, what's going on? Like, there's more masks now than I've ever seen. I don't know if it's just me, but it's literally like no one is not wearing a mask in my town. I'm just like, but what, why? Anyway, whatever.
Shout out to Brian Gaskin in chat.
What up, Bri? Love you, brother.
Yeah, love you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling all right. Hope things are going well.
Yeah, so tell us more about this movie.
Yeah,
Zach.
well, I'm gonna plug it.
How does it end?
All right, yeah, I'll see y'all on Friday show.
It's just like a cover of it. I won't give any spoilers or anything like that, Walt.
All right, I'm seriously. I'll be out. Y'all. I'll see y'all at the next break.
Real quick, it's just an NPC character of a video game that wakes up and realizes he's an NPC of a video game. This is a flat earther movie, 100%. Whoever made it had flat earth in mind. It's an NPC who discovers the truth and wants to share it with his fellow NPCs. That's it.
Or they've been watching, Matt from Quantum of Consciousness or something. He talks about the NPCs a fair bit, doesn't he? Well, there's hardly a person who doesn't, really.
Yeah, it's funny though. It's like Grand Theft Auto, the video game that they're in.
Yeah, cool.
And I don't want to give away anymore because it's funny. It's real funny. I was cracking up, but then the emotional parts, they were strong. They were real strong. So yeah, I wouldn't go spend money to go see it at a theater. I haven't done that in a really, really, really long time. But yeah, it was definitely worth the 2 hours that it took to watch it. Not a bad flick. Kellum says, yeah, he just watched the trailer. Yeah, I didn't see a trailer for it, but man, it was it pulled at the old heartstrings. Pretty good.
You put a little clip.
I watched your trailer for it, Zach.
I was going to say, Zach, you put a little thing up on your channel recently, haven't you?
Yeah, I was going to pull out even more clips because there's so many like things that you could reference to Flat Earth. You know, like your awakening of becoming a Flat Earther. There's multiple parts in the movie that just like hit you when you see them. It's like, I went through that. I'm going through that. Yeah, it was good. I think it was directed towards Flat Earthers. I really do.
Oh, TJ, I think I failed to mention, I did put the link to Skype over there on Facebook Messenger. I wasn't sure the best way to send it to you, so I just dropped it there. I probably could have done Telegram too. In fact, I may just do that, so that's probably where you are.
So yeah, the weather's...
Yeah, get in here, TJ.
Yeah, I made some pineapple... Did I say this already?
No.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah, you can come back now, Walt.
Okay, cool.
So I made some pineapple butter with lemon. And it's a little liquidy still. And I boiled the shit out of this stuff, like hard, but it still stayed kind of liquidy. But it should be called lemon butter with pineapple, because you get the lemon taste first. And then the pineapple kind of creeps up on you later. It's good. It's got that tangy. And then I tried the kiwi fruit cranberry preserve. And that was actually pretty good. That was really good with the little nuts in there and stuff.
So you started trying your stuff out.
Yeah, yesterday I was like, I'll just go try these last two I made. See how they turned out. Yeah, it's fun. I think I'm going to do some strawberries. If you guys have anything that you'd like me to... Because I'm going to bring a bunch of little jars to Flattoberfest. About 5 of each kind. So if there's any certain flavor there you want, throw it up or drop me a message and I'll get on that.
Just to clarify for everybody there in chat that's concerned about my brief absence, I punished myself. I wasn't being timed out. And I left because I do want to see the movie there, Zombie Snoop. My thing is I would always rather go into a book, movie, etc. with the barest inkling of a tiny, tiny clue. Like, there used to be an art to movie trailers. Go watch the original 1979 trailer for the movie Alien. And that's all you need to do. Here's a couple brief scenes. Here's a little tiny something's coming and some crazy fucking movie music. And now you want to see the movie. Not, okay, here's what's going to happen for the first 30 minutes of the movie. Now, here's the first act break. Oh, here's the third act turnaround. Oh, here's the denouement. I mean, the whole movie's laid out for you in the fucking trailer before you ever go see it now. So it's like, you're so fucking idiotic. We're going to tell you every detail of the movie. So hopefully you'll come give us your $12. It just makes the idea of how dumb they think we are is just emphasized every time I watch a trailer now. It is obviously a irking thing for me as I'm getting really riled up about it now. Walt ran over. I hate fucking spoilers. Look, when what is that show everybody liked that I never saw about the people and the dragons and the Game of Thrones? So it came out and everybody watched it and I didn't, like I never do. And everybody, oh, you got to see it, and I didn't, like I never do. And finally, somebody was here at my house, physically here. You've got to watch it. We sat down. He turned it on. First 30 seconds. Ooh, watch this. Oh, wait, this is important. Oh, that to me is as bad as spoilers in a movie. If somebody's sitting there watching a movie and telling me there's something cool's about to happen, I just then watch, a freaking movie I've seen before, or watch paint dry, or just leave, because to me that's just as rude. Okay, Walt ran over. I'll stop.
Yeah, well, especially the trailers for the comedy ones. You're like, I just saw every good joke in the whole movie. It's like that was
Dude,
it.
truly, and half the time you've seen every good joke in the movie at the fucking trailer. You truly have, because you watch it and it's like, oh, there's that setup, oh, and that's the punchline I saw already.
Or
and
if
it's like,
effects
fucking
based,
ridiculous.
they'll show you every good special effects.
Every blow up, right? Exactly. It's like, what is the point of me seeing it now? You've shown it all to me for free. Thanks. You're not getting my $12.50. I guess 25 with the 3D glasses. Sorry, I forgot the 3D glasses charge that you then throw in a bucket when you leave and you don't get to keep. But anyway, I guess that was the old days. We don't do it that way anymore, do we? Oh my goodness.
So Callum chat wants me to make some schnozberry jam.
Snozberries? Who had a snozberry?
That's what I put in chat. Right back at him.
Y'all know what schnozberries are in England? Anyway, let's move on. So, Friday's show was amazingly awesome out of the blue. It was good. It was really going on great. And then it got better. It was really crazy, guys. My brother got in there and it was pretty cool. I really wasn't expecting that at all, as we obviously know from the Friday morning experience where I wasn't really sure that was him in chat. But yeah, it turned into a great show. Had a blast, talked for hours afterward. Later on, we got together and played some Red Dead Redemption. Shout out to the Iron Ramblers.
Yeah, I like your brother. He's cool.
Yeah, we had some fun this weekend. Thank you guys for sharing that with me. It felt just like a family reunion, and y'all just were lucky enough to be there. That's what it felt like.
All right, Ramblers, let's get rambling.
Exactly. Oh, here comes the kitty patrol. So if you start hearing me go, ow, that means I've been scratched.
Yeah, the weather is finally breaking around here. It's only going to be a high of 78 today. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, the man himself. If you all head over really quickly to the TFR chat, we all need to go there and say hello to a gentleman that I've been missing. What's up, Pavlo, my buddy? How are you, friend? Miss you, brother. Good to have you around. Yes, he says he's going to hang there and let you guys come see him there. I like it. That's awesome, man. Ben missing you every time we hear you. Or I do anyway. I definitely think about you and miss you, friend. So come hang out with us. You know the number. Or if you don't, you should. I don't even know it anymore. I haven't said it in so long. And we have links. There's links. There's one out there floating around somewhere. TJ is grabbing, and you could grab it maybe if you're able to, or I don't know. I don't know what your time's about. But as always, you know, it's 833 TFR Live. I remember that one. What's the other one? Damn it.
We were just talking about you Friday, Pav.
I know, it's crazy.
That is so wild. If you would have showed up Friday. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I just remembered it. Go.
I was just going to say, if you would have showed up Friday, that would have been it. That would have, like, clinched it. The world.
Oh, would that not have?
Officially coming.
We had so many reunions happening on Friday morning. It was crazy.
Like I said, if Pav would have showed up in chat, I would have been waiting Friday night, waiting for stars to start falling.
Stars just to start falling. Right. Oh, man.
I love watching Dawn and Liz run over to TFR chat so they could say hi to Pam.
Seems like there's somebody else. Oh, yeah, there is somebody else. Hello to Kiwi MacArthur. Welcome. First time there in chat with us hanging out. We appreciate you being there and having some fun in the chat. Some folks that don't hop in the chat definitely should. We definitely have a great time there. As we've said over and over, it turns into its own show over there. So it's easy to find. Just look for Iron Realm Media over there on the TFR chat or on the YouTube chat or wherever. We're there. We're somewhere.
Leopold in chat asked a question. He's asking, how is your blueberry season? I hear that where I am, not too much. I don't know. I need to get a hold of some of the folk back in Indiana out in the country. I don't have any family that lives out there anymore. They all moved back into suburbia. But yeah, I lived in like one of the blueberry capitals of Indiana. We had the Blueberry Festival, the county festival the county next to us had the Blueberry Festival, and we had the Mint Festival. But they were like, out there, they're so underpopulated that it's just one big area of Indiana, pretty much. But yeah, I don't know how the blueberries did this year. I was wondering that myself. The blueberries and the strawberries up there. Because I know they've had weird summer.
What happens at a blueberry festival?
Yeah, it's just like it's like the county fair type thing.
You have Miss Blueberry. You have blueberry pie eating contests, blueberry cobbler, blueberry ice cream. I mean, if you can think of it, well, just imagine sort of any festival themed around something and the way everything's centered around that particular theme, and just insert blueberries there. It's a
pretty much.
It's a blueberry festival.
If you're not wearing blue, you get kicked out.
No, you just get thumped on the head.
Wow, break time, folks.
Oh, it is that time.
Like now.
All right. This is the Ironworks on TFR. We'll be right back for the second half of the first half, right after this.
Hey, kitty, what you doing?
Discover the extraordinary powers of intuitive healing with pain transmutation, a method of holistic healing for the human soul, body, mind, and emotions. If you are looking for answers and a deep understanding of how to help yourself and the people around you to live a happier, healthier life, this is the right place for you. Learn how to read your soul's history in the Akashic Records. Remove negative energy attachments from your astral body and start the process of inner and outer pain transmutation. Join Pain Transmutation Community to get started on the path of intuitive healing. Change your energetic state. Manifest new and exciting experiences. Re-energize your life and build inspiring connections with others in our community.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
If you have hard water, the Lime Scale not only leaves white spots, it clogs pipes and breaks down appliances, costing you hundreds of dollars in energy and wear. Eliminate Lime Scale and other water issues like brown staining and bad odors with HydroCare water products, available from Wave Home Solutions. Wave's affordable water systems don't use salts or chemicals. You'll love the way your water tastes, smells, and looks. Satisfaction guaranteed. For more information, go to bestwater123.com. That's bestwater123.com.
True initiation is an inward journey. It's a spiritual path that is totally inward. It has nothing to do with anything external to you.
I want to determine if the Grand Architect is indeed what I believe it to be, which is the artificial intelligence.
The initiatory path is one of self-discovery and self-revealing. It's not a journey that someone can hold your hand through.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take you through the steps of initiation. Remember, you are divinity.
Step Beyond the Veil with Chris and Sherry Geo. Fridays and Saturdays, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
No hate, no hype, no fear. We are TFR, your protection from deception.
Wakey, wakey.
Wake up time!
Wake up, wake up, wake up! Wake up! Wake up. Wake up!
It's part of waking up. It's Folgers in your cup.
Coffee.
And welcome back to the Ironworks right here on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. You can also check us out on our YouTube channel, Iron Realm Media. That's good stuff. Good stuff.
Coffee. So, did you guys hear anything?
I think you just muted yourself.
Actually, not at all, because you stopped talking about midway through the sentence.
I heard something. I heard everything right up to the point where you asked me if I heard anything.
Wow, so they got Zach, everybody. Damn it.
Oh,
and he was
I'm
right
back.
There he is.
Is TJ there?
You have a cat in your lap, too.
I believe I'm here.
Yeah, he is.
What's up, TJ?
Hey.
Morning,
There he is.
fellas.
Good morning.
Uh-oh, I've got cat attack.
How we doing, man? Were you doing some late night jamming?
Yeah, I don't know. I always like put it off, and then I'm bored, and I sit here and play anyway. So I figured I might as well be live.
Yeah, I've been tuning in when I can to check out your little riffs. I'm like, yeah, I want to just like get like little bits of it and I play around with them.
Yeah,
turn them into songs.
I was you guys know Scott Level Realm?
Yeah,
he was a couple of the things from one of my streams. He was gonna do some drums over or something. I was talking to him about doing that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that should be cool.
Have you, TJ, ever done the Jimi Hendrix Experience?
Meaning what?
You know, take half a sheet of acid.
Oh.
No, it's where you listen to his album, the Jimi Hendrix Experience, with headphones on. See, a lot of people don't realize that's how Jimmy designed the music to be heard.
No, sounds good though. I'm in.
Lucas, do a little bit of explaining how weird it is listening, because you know a lot of the words and stuff like that.
You know what? Just grab your guitar, Lucas, and show us.
Yeah, my hands aren't big enough. You know, like get your thumb around to play button the top string and or the bottom string or whatever. But yeah, like I was listening to the way you recorded. Like I don't know what song it was. What song were you playing a little while back, Zach? Listening to?
What was that now?
Doesn't really matter, but yeah, what he done was he panned the drums to one side in the headphones and had the vocals to the other side, and then had the guitar in the center, and just done some pretty sort of outrageous stuff to actually, yeah, give a song a different sort of feel just by panning things really hard right or left, and yeah, doing some strange stuff.
That's cool. I just came across this guy the other day, Pete Drake. and I forget when exactly it was from. I mean, pretty early, like the 50s or something. But he was playing slide guitar with like a vocoder, like a talk box, and just playing all this weird shit, like way ahead of its time.
Yeah, those things are amazing. The one where they sort of have that pipe in their mouth and they change.
Yeah.
Is that the one you were talking about?
Yeah, like his steel guitar was running into his mouth, and then he just mouths words, and it sounds like he's speaking in guitar. It's really far out.
What was that band that like they had that one song?
So it's
that
not
was,
a voice box? Like
Yeah, like a Peter Frampton
used a
deal.
voice
Yeah.
box. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, Peter Frampton is the one who could make his guitar ask you, "Do you feel like I do?"
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded wild with the slide as well.
Yeah, I'll try to dig it up. I was just watching it the other day.
Big shout out to Critically Thinking Ryan. I just wanted to shout this out. 1 year ago to the day is when he realized the Earth is not a spinning ball.
Nice.
So happy first Flat Earth Day. Flirth Day.
Well, yeah, because you kind of are reborn when you realize this. It was for me. You know, it was like opening my eyes for the first time again. The world was a different place. Not just like learning this one little interesting fact. This is like a paradigm shifter, world changer. You know, you're pretty much reborn again. You're seeing the world like you've never seen it since you were a very young child before all the programming set in.
Yeah, once those truth starts the contractions, man, it's just one big violent push until you're through on the other side, and yeah, it's a whole new world.
And then you got to take everything apart. It's just mind blowing.
Oh yeah, you guys were talking jab right before. I've heard, I want to say two, but there's only one fresh in my mind, like secondhand stories of people passing away, 2 days afterwards.
Yeah, I heard a young kid. God, he had to be like in his early 20s, college student. And like a week, healthy, nothing wrong with him, a week after he got pricked, his second prick, he ended up dying in the hospital.
That's crazy. This one was like that too. Like, it was a whole mess. Like it was a couple, and the woman was in the hospital for separate reasons, not doing well. And while she was in, the husband and like the dude bothered to mention that this guy was healthy, and they always sort of assumed he would outlive like everybody. But he got a shot while she was in the hospital, and then he wound up the next day or so didn't feel well and went to the hospital and died. I think, heart issues. And then now she's out and she's fine. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, the heart issues, like that's what they seem to be going along those lines where it sort of expands the heart or does something like that. It affects the heart in some way. But yeah, not cool.
No, not cool. Not cool. I have a friend here in town who, I probably mentioned it last week on the show. She had been fine, and she went and got it for work. I think she had to have the prick, and so now she's literally dying in the hospital. Friends on Facebook are doing, drives to help with her hospital costs. Her children are posting things about it on there, and yeah, it's pretty sad. It really is. As you say, it's one thing to hear it all secondhand, thirdhand. I saw it on a video, whatever. But when it's somebody and it's actually happened, just like you fear it will to everybody else that are stupid enough to do this to themselves, then kind of does bring it home. Like, yeah, they're really not fucking around, people. This is real shit they're doing, without a doubt. It's happening. It's not just something on TV.
It's like, I don't want anything shitty to happen to people, but I do wish something would happen for them to see it, you know? Which is like a weird way to think, I guess.
No, it's not weird at all. I mean, that's what I was getting at with the people down the street and stuff. It's like, oh, you know, what's going on? Like, you know, you got 4 people in a car in a mask. It's fucking nuts. I mean, come on, there's nothing. I don't know. You're like in the countryside. I'm like, you know, where I live, you know, there's 1,000 people in the town. You know, the odds are, you know, even if you believe their mainstream statistics, which are, you know, you've got a chance of survival, which is 98.999. It's like you're in Australia, you're in some backwater little town with 1,000 people in it. You probably don't need to, you know, have your mask on in your car.
And a life preserver, just in case.
Yeah, you might as well throw a condom on while you're at it, just to be sure, you know.
Don't want little babies running around.
It's like, imagine the conversation just be epic in there, wouldn't it? You know.
Yeah, it would.
It's just like constant mumbles.
A new form of
Put
Chinese
Stephen
telephone.
Hawking on the fucking radio. Better to listen to.
There is that.
Oh, fuck.
At least he's intelligent. At least it's not muffled with a mask. But you're right, Stephen. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, unless you have a degenerative disease. In which case, it just kills you slowly. You never get stronger.
So did you guys hear, have you guys heard anything about what's going on in Afghanistan?
Yeah, sure have.
What are your thoughts?
Go watch Miss Saigon.
Well, for those of us who don't know, what's going on?
Well, the United States has pulled out of Afghanistan. We still have about 10,000 people there, but we are no longer helping the Afghan army, or actually there is no Afghan army. The Taliban has already taken over. One week after Biden announced that we'd be pulling out and Afghanistan will be taking over their own country, and the Taliban is a thing of the past, and there's no way they're coming back into power. Those were Biden's words. A week ago, 2 weeks ago, and the Taliban is now back in control already.
No correlation to Vietnam and the withdrawal. You will not see helicopters evacuating people from the rooftops of the embassy buildings.
Did you see the fact check on that?
They don't even have control of the airport anymore. There were a bunch of Afghani citizens like walking one of the big giant AC-30s, AC-10s, the big giant planes. They were running it down the tarmac. Like, get out of here, and they're all cheering and this and that. So, I mean, they have control of nothing over there as far as the U.S. military is concerned. According to the news, though. Who knows?
Right, this is all according to the news.
Over there, yeah. They could have filmed that in L.A.
But what's great is that that's the official narrative. Everything post 9/11, everything they've ever done in Afghanistan is pointless. It might as well have never happened. Afghanistan is basically right back where it was in August of 2001. Because, fuck it. What's the point? Lose a few thousand lives, spend a few $1 trillion? What's the big deal?
I like that our idea of pulling out is still having 10,000 people there, too.
That's how I ended up with a
bunch
son.
of military equipment.
Don't worry, baby.
That's good. Whenever I think of those, like, those countries, whenever they occur, I'm like, they must be trying to, prop the dollar up and prop the oil up and, keep the price of oil at, $100 a barrel or whatever it is when it should be 20.
I'm seeing medication prices going up, skyrocketing even. If it's true that we're not over there anymore and we're not babysitting poppy fields to load up a bunch of heroin on AC-10s and sending it back to the United States for the pharmaceutical companies, they got to get it from somewhere. And for the last decade, that's where we've been getting all of our, opiates from, was Afghanistan, these fields that we've taken over there. And if we don't have control of those, I see the prices of pain medications going up. Just saying.
So is the Taliban vaccinated?
I'm not sure if that's a requirement or not to join the Taliban. I would guess no. I would guess it's a requirement. You're not allowed to have a vaccine. But
They'll just all die off from COVID then, right?
Right, we just sit back and wait. That's all you got to do. Just leave your groceries there for them to take. That's probably what they did. They infected a bunch of those Humvees and a bunch of the remote controls for all the drones that they left behind that they gave to the Taliban, so that when they go to use all this new cool U.S. military equipment that the U.S. military left them, they'll infect them, like smallpox on the horse blankets. That's probably what it is. There's probably a reason they left all that military equipment behind. I'm sure it wasn't an accident.
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, COVID does stay on surfaces for, what was it? 3 or 10 days. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, it's like
now.
2.5 weeks.
That was an early one. Yeah.
Yeah, it totally changed then, too. It's all changed so much, I don't remember what any of it was.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah.
Confusion is the order of the day. Freak people out, get them confused.
Like it was don't touch your mask at first, and then everybody does, so they had to stop saying that.
Yeah. I'll see if I can find that video I shared. That.
Go ahead, Lucas.
No, I'm just going to find a video I shared so I can link it up for people to watch.
To put it into perspective, how much war cost. Threads in Time just dropped a really interesting number into the YouTube chat. It says that I understand that the USA has spent $273 million every day in Afghanistan the last 20 years. Now compare that to NASA's $66 million a day. $273 million a day. Every single day. And now we just pull out and the country is no different than when we went in there. So how many trillions? That's $1 trillion, over $1 trillion a week, folks. A week. $1 trillion. So instead of doing this, we could have paid off our national debt and given everybody like $1 million probably, somewhere around there.
Yeah, but they've got to keep the war going so that people are scared enough so that everyone does use the dollar so that you have a reserve currency. So you stop paying the military, then you stop having a reserve currency for, the dollar, and then you lose strength and you lose all your power. But it's still a lot of money. I'm not justifying it, obviously. It's crazy.
And the United States military is, of course, the biggest on the plane. And it's actually bigger than the next, 26 militaries combined, the next biggest. And 25 of those are our allies. So why do we do this? Why do we allow them to do this? I don't know, and nothing against, I love military. I love our men and women, you know, who help protect our country and our way of life. I know it isn't free, and I thank and support all you, but the people giving you the orders, yeah, they need to be changed.
Are they all jabbed? Are they making them do that?
Yup.
I mean, I know that generally they do, but
Yeah, I've seen a few posts of fathers talking about their sons in the military, saying they're not. I'll be done in the military. This is the end of my military career because I refuse to get vaccinated, and they'll get a dishonorable discharge probably because of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Refusing to obey an order. Yeah, that's a dishonorable discharge.
Lots of people are saying that in general.
Because it hasn't been approved by the FDA. Because I've heard of a medic telling a story about how he refused to give certain vaccines to his platoon because he didn't have the proper medical information on them and didn't get in trouble for it. So because it is not, an actual vaccine yet, it's still in testing phase, maybe there's a loophole for him. I don't know. But usually military, once you sign that on the dotted line, they own you. You are now...
Yeah. You don't have constitutional rights. Yeah. You don't...
Yeah.
You're ruled by the Uniform Code of Military Justice. You don't have the right to free speech or the right to bear arms or the right to believe what you want to believe or say what you want to say. You don't have any of those rights. You sign all of your rights away when you're in the military. That's why, yeah. You're not subject to the laws because you are under the UCMJ.
I bet most vaccines are tested on our military.
I was going to say, I'm sure that
all the time.
Tuskegee would agree.
Yeah, and whatever happens to them, never gets out either. So I'm not going to tell you a bunch of them fell over. Or people like Crow have even talked about when he was in the Marines, how many people were sick after they got all their shots.
Oh yeah,
they're not going to tell you. They went down in a helicopter.
They give you it's like up to 6 or 8 injections all at once on that little gun.
Oh, at
least
least
a bunch of needles.
At least, yeah, and it's not even needles. They don't use needles in those guns. That's pneumatic.
It's like air or something.
Yeah, air blows it through you.
Blows it right through your skin. Yeah, and then you have the big. What's the big antibiotic that kills everything?
Amoxicillin?
The one that they shoot in your ass, right in your ass cheek, and you gotta rock back and forth. That's the worst part.
Oh, is that the one when you get like a tetanus shot?
No.
I think I got a shot in my butt. Felt like cement.
Yeah, I don't think that was tetanus. Tetanus usually goes in your arm. I forget.
Yeah, they grow it on an orange.
Yeah.
Penicillin.
There you go, penicillin. That's what I was looking for. The big penicillin shot that goes in your ass that feels like concrete. That's probably what they gave you, Zach.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Because you got 218-year-old guys sitting cross-legged, rocking back and forth, trying to massage that penicillin into their ass because it just hurts. Your arm's sore. Your butt cheek is sore. Yeah. It's good times. Good times.
Well, penicillin's probably the saving grace for him, actually. I mean, that shit actually works.
I like golden seal root. I want to be ordering some. I've been thinking about it. And the next thing I'm going to do for the garden is my medicinal herb garden. Get some golden seal, get some purple cone flowers. Just get some medicinal plants that have...
Purple cone flowers, hey, you say.
Echinacea isn't the scientific... it's probably not the Latin word for it, but Echinacea, you know what that is? People say it differently. Echinacea.
Oh, yeah, like the tea.
Oh, echinacea.
Yeah.
That's purple coneflower.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Roots of that.
Good, I like that stuff.
Antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory. And then your golden seal root is your probiotic. So with those,
we need anti-zombie herbs.
I think that's runs in your cannabis strain. You have to find that in your cannabis strain somewhere. Hey, I'm telling you, man, what is the one thing that breaks their programming that doctors have come out and said? Smoking cannabis.
For sure.
For some reason, their TV brainwashing mind control does not work on people who are under the influence of cannabis. It's like it switches something in your head to where that doesn't work on you anymore. I don't know what it is. I'm almost positive that's one of the reasons cannabis is still illegal in so many places. The simple fact that you can see through the bullshit for some reason. Don't know why. But yeah, it breaks it down somehow. And these aren't just, a bunch of hippies and grass skirts and, barefoot running around with dreadlocks. These are doctors saying this. People with, out there seeing it happen. And yeah, I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. Whoa, we're up to our second break.
We are. We're like right up on it. So yeah, make sure you guys stick around. This is the end of the first half. That's 1 hour done.
Believe it or not.
And in the key.
Believe it or not.
So make sure you guys do stick around. We'll be back just momentarily. Chris is going to pay the bills. I'm going to go freshen up my coffee. Try to get a couple of hits of a cigarette in. And then talk about all the reasons I can't have a garden at the new house. At least not outdoors. Anyway. This is the Ironworks. We'll be back.
My name is Ella, and I'm 10 years old. I'm one of the millions of children born to parents suffering from the sheeple virus. Symptoms include the inability to think for oneself, the attention span of a goldfish, and a strong belief in government and the mainstream media. It is estimated that 1 out of every 2 children are being raised by parents infected with the sheeple virus. But there is a cure. For as little as 19 cents per day, you can become a TFR supporter and help children like me get their daily dose of truth. Together, we will make sure every child has protection from deception.
Every year, thousands of Americans join Alcoholics Anonymous and have their personalities destroyed as a result. Should we be doing more to warn people about the dangers of joining AA?
Well, it's time we did something. Every year, AA takes countless fun, sociable people and turns them into boring, sanctimonious husks of their former selves.
That is so true. Most people can handle sobriety responsibly. They can go to a party, not have a drink, and be fine. But for people in AA, as soon as they get around alcohol, they start talking about their constant struggle with their disease and their need to find clarity.
My father was in AA, and I can still remember the terror that I felt when I'd hear his key in the door after a late-night meeting, afraid that he'd want to wake me up and apologize to me for his faults as a father for hours on end.
That is just awful.
Hold on. I've been very open about my membership in AA. So I read books on sobriety and go to meetings in community centers and drink coffee with strangers late at night.
Look, it's hard not to be resentful of AA when that person who's always been the life of your birthday parties all of a sudden is leaving the party before karaoke even starts.
If you know somebody who's in AA and you see them at a bar or at a party, confront them. Ask them, what's in your cup? What's the matter? Why aren't you drinking?
My AA isn't a problem. I do not let it affect my home or my work life. So
We can't sit here anymore and listen to you becoming more and more smug and self-satisfied.
No, I need AA. I can't get through the week without it.
We have a video we'd like to show you.
It's time.
You're not the same man I married, David. I can't even have a sip of wine without you sighing loudly. David, you have a problem. You are obnoxious.
I didn't realize that my sobriety was hurting my family.
Well, it is, David.
Hurting all of us. David, Take this.
It's going to be okay.
Atta boy, David. There you go.
Cheers! Cheers! What?
Into the truth frequency. Your protection from deception. This is Truth Frequency Radio.
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet.
Tell me things, internet. The Earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there. There was one? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard. To think really hard. To think really hard.
Hi, this is Alan. I like Ironworks because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworks with Josh, Walt, and Zach.
And Lucas.
It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworks with Josh, Walt, and Zach.
And Lucas.
It's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? And listen to the Ironworks on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You
And
guys
Lucas.
are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to Space Lettuce from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to The Ironworks with Zach, Walter, and Josh.
And Lucas.
Break clear of the fear on The Ironworks and become an Iron Scout.
And Lucas.
And welcome back to the second half of the Ironworks right here on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. Also being simulcast across the plane via YouTube, DLive, Odyssey, maybe Twitter, maybe Facebook. You never can tell. I don't know anymore.
That commercial was hilarious.
I missed it. Did we hear commercials? Because I didn't hear commercials at the start of the show.
It was the Onion thing.
Gotcha.
It was funny.
It was about how Alcoholic Anonymous is destroying how funny these people are.
Destroying good personalities.
And they all get him to drink at the end, and they start cheering for him. Yay! Oh, so bad. So I saw a little bit of space lettuce in there, something going on. I saw a couple articles I had dropped in there.
Space lettuce.
Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom.
So what you got?
Jeff Bezos and Blue Origin are suing NASA.
Sure.
Over the whole SpaceX getting that one thing, the contract to SpaceX. Lawsuit filed after Blue Origin offered NASA $2 billion if it would change its mind on lunar lander contract. So Blue Origin bribed NASA, and because they didn't accept their bribe, now they're suing them in court.
Well, these rich people do know where the money is, don't they? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've been thinking, like, because NASA does everything so poorly, and they get so much money. I'm like, is this thing actually just a money black hole to ward off type of way to throw money away while they print so much at the same time? So it's like a inflation hedge, I'm like, this can't be, like, they can't have that much money because they're that bad at everything,
Yeah, it's crazy how much money is thrown at this stuff. And I mean, he bribed them. However they want to word it, you paying someone to get a government contract, isn't that illegal? Isn't that bribery? Isn't that, like, against the law?
Don't they
What?
call that?
There's laws.
Lobbyists?
You have laws over there?
Isn't that lobbying?
Yeah,
Isn't that what you call that?
That's not really lobbying, though, is it? I mean, you're the company that's going after this government contract, and you openly offer them $2 billion to pick you as the winner of the contract. And if I remember correctly, it was only $2.8 billion of money in there that was supposed to be split between SpaceX and Blue Origins. So is it $1.9 billion if they got it and split it evenly, and you're willing to pay them $2 billion for the $1.9 billion back? I don't understand.
I think they're just butthurt because they didn't quite make it to space.
Yeah, and they had their astronaut title revoked. Ooh, sorry, you got that high? Looks like we're going to have to redefine what an astronaut is, because you, sir, are no fucking astronaut.
NASA Weekly defends astronaut following Russian state media accusations of ISS sabotage. So, if you all remember, we had a little air leak on the ISS about a year back or so. No big deal. You just stick your finger over it, throw some duct tape on it. Everything's fine. Just like in a submarine we would do, right? Well, we were trying to say, NASA was trying to say, not we, I don't want to lump myself in with these people, but NASA was trying to say that we think it might have been the robot that the Russians have up there.
Fedor.
Okay, well,
Fedor, that was the humanoid bipedal robot that would just like walk around, and apparently he was just randomly drilling holes in.
Not the box one that just floated in midair.
No, not that one. Or the other box ones that float in midair. Well, there's the sphere, there's the round ball one that floats around. Then they have the new ones that are out there, like the bumblebees or something. There's like 3 or 4 boxes that are floating around.
What was that movie with Farrah Fawcett and the killer robot in space? Man, it won't come back. Saturn 3. Yes. Shades of Saturn 3.
Snakes in space.
What?
I'm tired of all these goddamn snakes on this. What are they in? Space station.
Upgrade.
Okay, so the TASS, that's a Russian something, I don't know, is directing the accusations at NASA astronaut Serena Onyon Chancellor, who served as a member of the Expedition 5657 crew, along with Alexander Gerst of ESA and Sergei of Roscosmos, from June 6, 2018 to December 20th, 2018. TASS claims that an anonymous source told the news agency that Onyon Chancellor developed deep vein thrombosis while in orbit, a condition that, according to the source, could have made her mentally unstable, leading her to drill a hole into the Soyuz spacecraft to expedite a return to Earth. The claim is monstrously preposterous and offensive, and NASA's half-hearted response to the accusation leaves much to be desired. Oh my God.
So she forgot to wear her tights.
Wasn't wearing her compression socks. That's what it was.
Yeah. Or the active wear.
She wasn't doing her laps on the big spinning wheel to simulate artificial gravity or whatever it is. What is it, springs or something to hold them to the ground? I forget. Some springs to hold them up to make them seem like they're floating. More springs to hold them down to make it seem like they're not.
So it says Russian officials scrambled to determine a cause. Initial speculation was that a micrometeorite caused the fracture. This theory was eventually ruled out as it became apparent the hole was created from the inside.
So what, they thought the micrometeor just went through that wall and stopped?
Yeah, it made a perfect hole and then stopped. It's all good.
That must be what it is.
Accordingly, Russia's space agency Roscosmos claimed that the hole was caused by a faltering hand, that is, human error during manufacturing or deliberate spoilage in reference to sabotage. Russian media took it further, claiming that a sick NASA astronaut deliberately created the hole to expedite a quick return to the surface. That said, Russian cosmonaut Sergei Prokopyev insisted that the hole wasn't drilled by a crew member.
Yeah, that's where we need the Beastie Boys. It's sabotage! Coming in.
Listen up, y'all. It's a sabotage.
Yeah, well, you know, I remember watching Stargate, Atlantis. And at least they, when they were out in space in their city, Atlantis, flying, and they had to go outside the force field, and then they all got shot up. At least they had a force field around their, buildings and spaceship type thing, right? I mean, NASA doesn't even can't even claim that. But they got their little meteorites just going, well, they're not even going straight through, are they?
Okay, and then listen to this. A scientific paper from 2019 reported that one astronaut developed these conditions as a result of prolonged exposure to microgravity conditions, but the identity of the astronaut wasn't revealed. Aren't they supposed to be, forthcoming and transparent?
Who?
NASA?
The government, forthcoming and transparent.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't read that in their mission statement.
Other purported lines of evidence include a malfunctioning video camera at the junction of the Russian and American segments. Oh, so it couldn't be videoed because the camera just decided, okay, that makes sense. And the American refusal to have their astronauts take a polygraph test, whereas Russian cosmonauts agreed to take the so-called lie detector test. Okay, folks, let's just put this all in reality for a second. None of this is real. This didn't happen. The ISS is underwater. Okay, this is pure propaganda. It's like they're trying to restart the Cold War a little bit. And I really don't see any.
I saw darkness. I thought I was going to see the world, but we weren't quite high enough.
Oh, poor lady. But yeah, I think I'm done reading that. So NASA says it was the Russians. Russians saying it's a NASA astronaut. Pure anarchy or pure craziness up on the ISS. Pretty soon we're going to have ultimate fighting up there or something.
No, her MK Ultra handlers are looking nervously back and forth at each other like, it's not our fault the programming broke.
And 2027, we're going to be sending something to one of the Saturn moons, Titan. So we won't only have a rover on Mars driving around and another one there flying around above it. We're going to have a rover on Titan, Saturn's moon, before we go back to the moon.
How far away is this?
Rover on our moon. It's further than Jupiter. I'm not sure how much further, but yeah.
It's a way.
Probably longer than an 8-minute delay.
Yeah, you're getting up into your probably 13 minutes.
I know when I'm flying my drone, you're going and you see it like, oh shoot, there's a tree up ahead, and you jig left or you jig right, and sometimes you make it, and sometimes you're out there with a rake fishing your drone out of the tree, and that's with instantaneous control. Well, semi-instantaneous, a couple seconds of delay. These dudes must be freaking amazing pilots. I mean, think about you're watching something happen and you've got 8 minutes to stop it. You're about to run off a cliff or you're about to fly into I'm just saying. That was 8 minutes on Mars. So now we're going out even further to Titan. Cool. I guess it's AI. Is that how that works? AI can think 8 minutes ahead.
Well, that's what they do is they
into
just
the future.
Use the guides on the camera, like for a backup camera in your car. So, and it only goes 8 minutes out. So you know that, well, I've only got 3,000 feet to make that stop. Because I'm doing a whopping 2.5 miles an hour. So I have to definitely watch out where I'm going when I need that 3,000 feet to stop.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, they've.
Remember when they
just,
let people drive it? Oh, I'm sorry. Go.
I was just going to say they just discovered that Saturn's rings can be used now to determine what the core of Saturn is made of.
Sure. It's like looking up in the sky to determine what shape the ground you stand on is.
Exactly. And I'm not going to really even get into that article because it's just that dumb. But yeah, NASA now claims that a diffuse core in Saturn revealed by ring seismology. So the rings, the seismology of the rings. You can't. Well, I guess you can make this shit up. I always say that, but we know it's all made up, so.
Well, it's the science of drumming, you see. It's all about the way you smash the cymbals. And the reverberations through the cymbals, right? So it's just like what they did was they ran a computer simulation where God took a drumstick and was just tapping the beat on Saturn's rings, and it was measuring the seismograph waves as it traveled throughout there. See, that's what it is. It was the waves going out and then the waves coming back. Helps to determine what's in the rings, you see.
There's still leftover radiation from the big cymbal crash.
The big cymbal crash, that's right.
Maybe how many drums are there? Well, I know you can have multiple different drum sets, but yeah, maybe the planets are just a big interstellar drum set. Saturn is the symbol.
Yeah. Jupiter the kick drum.
Dude, I was going to say, I was where I was headed. I have to say, we've got a nice kit working out in the solar system. You got a bass drum, you got a few toms, and then we got a ride snare over there.
You want to have Mars as the snare?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Pluto, the cowbell.
Yeah.
Planet X, and then there's Planet Zildjian.
Yeah. Definitely.
Sorry, what were you saying now?
No, I was just all pumped up about the drum beat, man. Shit.
So yeah, all kinds of space nonsense daily, folks. Yeah, it seemed like last week they had.
Are you kidding?
Drummed it back.
Well,
a little bit.
So I was grabbing a picture of the Mars rover and trying to find out how they drove it back and letting people do it, all that. Did we know about Mars Yard?
Is that the new
Mars Yard.
program to multi-stream to different platforms?
No, that's not the new streaming platform. That is actually a place outside of the JPL labs. It's an outdoor test area where they have a replica, I hope you hear the air quotes, of NASA's Curiosity rover. And you can test drive it with an app on your fucking phone. So, yeah, they're saying it's a common... It's called Mars Yard. It's outside
Do
of
you
the
have to wait in
JPL.
line?
I'm trying to read through this. I just found this. I'm uncovering it even as we speak. So it's like, thankfully,
Can I drive
the
it from
real
here, or
rover
do I have
is-
to be there?
Okay, so here's what he says. It's a common misconception that we're just joysticking it, or we're driving and sending these commands and we're suffering a 15-minute delay, because that's what they told us. That's what says this dude. Who is this guy? Who is he? He is Fuller, Daniel Fuller. He's the mobility test engineer over there at Mars Yard. And he says this: we actually do plan an entire day or a soul, as it's called on Mars, because, you wouldn't call it a day, you would call it a soul. You can't write this shit. So, yeah, during the Mars night, we prepared the sequences the rover has to do. Then we uplink those commands, and when the rover wakes up, it carries out those tasks. But a Mars day is 40 minutes longer than an Earth day, so everybody gets out of sync, and you have to sleep weird. So, we don't give a fuck about your sleep cycle. We're trying to figure out how you guys are driving a goddamn robot on a planet 15 minutes away. It's quite complicated because you have to work out how much power each instrument's going to use. So basically, it's like those old, what was that thing you could program to go get your snack in the other room if your brother was kind enough to set it on top of the little tank in your living room? Damn it, what was that little robot?
It was
So
a
you
wife?
set up a track on the robot that it has to run. And if something happens, oh well, if the cat gets in the way or somebody left a towel on the floor, then you don't get your snack from the other room. Nobody had the Big Track? Was that what it was called? Big Track. I think, holy shit. Once the arguments are had and decisions are reached, the drivers get to work coding the next day's instructions. And this is way more complicated than programming one of those 80s era Big Track robot toys. Hello. Holy shit. You cannot, oh man, y'all, please give these people more money. Please, because they're going to write the funniest shit you've ever heard with more money. I cannot believe this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah. Let's... Ring, ring, ding-a-ling-a-ling. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about all the cussing, Liz. I'm sure she's getting all over me in chat as I read this story.
So can I drive it?
Yep, I'm gonna send you the app link. You can get it from the Play Store. I'm just kidding. I've stopped reading the article because my brain will begin to leak out of my ears. Hooey.
Yeah, I want to know how it works though. Could I drive it from here, or do I have to be at JPL, or?
You got to be at the Mars Yard, apparently.
Well, how is
Devon
that
Island.
different than driving a remote control car? It's not like they're on Mars driving it around. They say they're shooting the signals, millions of miles. I should be able to shoot it from South Carolina out to JPL and drive that thing.
Well, here's what's cool.
Right?
It's going to be the new DLC from Rockstar for
GTA 6.
That's right, GTA 6. You guys will be able to each have your own.
God, you know how boring that would be?
It'll
You hit
cost
a
you
button.
$5 million,
But
you'll
it
have
takes
a blast.
8 minutes to stop. Don't you know?
Yeah, exactly. You got to push it forward and tell it where to go. I want you to go 30 meters forward. And then you wait 8 minutes, the thing moves.
Yeah.
And then you get to see it 8 minutes later. So it's like 16 minutes between moving. Yeah, video game players have a really long attention span, so that should work out great.
That's how they were teaching us computer programming in high school. Here, build a snake. Make the snake go in different spots of the screen. Okay.
Yeah, well, I was thinking
here's where it
that
all
you could,
comes together.
the Russians could send a drone, their little thing to Mars, and we could have like a robot wars. But I thought maybe it doesn't quite work because you got too much of a delay.
That'd be interesting having those fighting, rovers.
Robot wars on Mars.
We could have
Rover
the Chinese
wars.
one, the Russian one, the Indian one. Yeah, we could all have them fight up there.
SpaceX
That'll determine
against
who the
NASA.
world leader is. Oh, nice. Blue Origin versus SpaceX. Winner take all.
Yeah. You wouldn't want Elon behind the bloody wheel, would you? He would just go around in circles.
Drive off a cliff.
What if we just launch it into the sky? We'll build it a rocket. We'll put it in space. We don't need to land it. Death from above.
And it doesn't have to be special. We'll just buy one of those things at, Walmart, one of the little remote control cars, and put some stuff on them. No special tires, no special battery, just right off the production floor.
Tyco RC, 2 AA batteries and a 9-volt. You're set.
Well, it does say that the Scarecrow rover, which is the one that sits outside at Mars Yard, which is a smaller, lighter copy of the Curiosity rover, because, it has to be lighter to simulate the effects of moving around in the lower gravity of Mars. Scarecrow is little more than an impressively large remote controlled car. Scroll the tumblers to set distance and angle of movement on the iPhone app. Hit go, and it reacts instantly. There's even a stop button if things start going awry.
Fourth and final coming up right after this. Love you guys.
Extendivite, a 7-herb combination made from garlic, cayenne, hawthorn, bilberry, ginkgo biloba, valerian, and milk thistle. Extendivite feeds our body with the right nutrients to keep us healthy. Just listen to what Arthur has to say.
I was just calling to tell you what a great product you have. I had used this about 10 years ago after I had congestive heart failure. And it fixed me up and got me going for the last 10 years. Lately, I've been having heart trouble again. So I placed another order because this was the only thing that ever worked. And I just wanted to let you know that you have a great product.
To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822 or visit heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies in a capsule.
It's a great product. And the one thing I like about it the most is that when you open the bottles, you can smell like the scent of the fruits and veggies. It's no genius thing to it. It's really just fruits and veggies, which everyone needs. And you guys put it in a way where you can take it easy and you can get it, and it's natural, and that's what I like about it. I like the product, and I've taken it, and it's definitely made me feel a lot better. I am a healthy person to begin with, but it's definitely good prevention, and it's definitely gives me energy, and I feel like it's a natural thing. I like it. I really do.
For a limited time, use discount code TALK to receive a 50% discount on your first preferred whole health system and have it shipped to you free. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go online to balanceofnature.com. Again, use discount code TALK.
More than a dozen astronauts have officially reported UFOs. Hundreds of hours of UFO footage were filmed by astronauts aboard the space shuttle. Many of these UFOs can only be seen in ultraviolet light. Retired former Apollo astronauts and cosmonauts now tell their stories of their own personal UFO encounters.
The Enigma Channel, intelligent television for planet Earth. EnigmaTV.com.
Real people, real radio. Wherever you are, make it TFR. Truth Frequency Radio.
Welcome back. Fourth and final segment of the Ironworks kicking off right now. Iron FE in chat. Throwing it back to the jab that never ends.
So I just dropped that video, what's it called? Mass psychosis, how an entire population becomes mentally ill. So that was very cool video to check out. Definitely gives a bit of insight about what's going on. I thought it did.
I've not had a chance to watch it, but it's definitely on my list. I may get that done today. Shout out to Sandra. P900 Cool Picks.
Yes. In a minute. Miss you, lady. Definitely. Thank you all for keeping chat kicking. I'm trying to... Man, I'm sorry I'm so, I feel like I'm totally out of it, and I'm trying to figure out why I'm so out of it this morning, and then it hit me. Literally, since about 15 minutes into the show, I've had 3 different cats come over here, climb into my lap, lay down on my lap, and begin to frickin' purr. And, of course, that means I'm going to sit here and pet them. And as I'm petting them and they're purring, dude, it's like a frickin' sedative. I mean, it is like a frickin', yeah. I'm on my 3rd coffee. Cat purrs are more powerful than caffeine. I'll just say that. Shout out Liz for the super chat with the doggy, even though I'm holding some kitties. Shout out Tommy with the cool sunglasses for another super chat. You guys, thank y'all. Love y'all. You're silly, Mad Pie Man. I'm not reading your comment on the air because Liz would just, I'm poor, and Liz would want me to fill up the jar. So I'll stop. Everybody, I'll stop. I promise.
Yeah, that's a good one,
it's all the
Wyman.
cat's fault. It is the cat's fault, for sure. It is. True, Carrie Woolley. Frequency can heal us or make us sick, and this is one of the most healing, soothing as she bites into my phone cord. Yes, you sweet little furry thing. Just, dude, it's like I said, it's the ultimate sedative. If you're ever stressed out, you just get you a little healing frequency from a kitty cat. This is my what are they called? Emergency animal? No, that's not what it is, but you know what I mean. I can take it on board a plane with me and that kind of stuff. What kind of animal is that?
Service animal.
That's the word. Thank you. This is my service cat. Man, I'm gonna see if I can get that done. That would be awesome.
Oh, you can get it done. You can do by just any animal can pretty much be a service animal.
Emotional support cat.
Yeah, don't get a service cat. Get an emotional support cat.
Right, because if it was a service cat, I'd have to put her on in a harness and put on some sunglasses and get a stick, right?
Well, she would have to.
Oh, the harness. Fuck.
I know the service dogs have to go through training.
Could you imagine the CNI cat? Sir, how'd you wind up in the tree? Well, here's the thing.
Funny story.
But yeah, no, service dogs.
Laughing about
a service dog, they have to go through special schooling, and I hear that it changes the dog's personality a lot.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure. If you've ever had an animal, well, I never personally have, but I had a cousin who put their dog through it, and yeah, it's pretty nice. What kind of changes happen?
School wouldn't do that, Zach. Change your personality.
Yeah, that's a good analogy right there. The dog's all
like, you remember me talking about
fun and play, and then gets out of there, and it just needs a command. Just wants to sit there and do whatever it's told. No more. Yeah, it takes away their soul pretty much.
It's indoctrinated.
Oh, that's rough.
Well, you remember me talking about those people that had the cats in a pram and taking them to the park, and I thought that was pretty out there. But then there was like a little video of him with the actual harness, and you see the cat had run away and kicked out one of their where their shoes are and was hiding in the box. It's like, get that thing away from me. Like, not cool. Cats don't like harnesses.
Hell no.
They know it. We know it. Why go there?
So, Tommy, That Flat Fellow says October 2nd in Charlotte, North Carolina. Huge meetup. Bar hopping and activism. Contact Tommy for more info at thatflatfellow@gmail.com. Capital T in that, all one word. Everything lowercase after that. Thatflatfellow@gmail.com. October 2nd in Charlotte, North Carolina.
I'm not sure capitalization matters, but
okay.
It might just be because info had a period. Then it started the next sentence, probably through the Gboard or whatever keyboard he was using.
What day of the week would that be, Tommy?
That's a Saturday.
Saturday.
That's the day after the day I slid from my mother's womb, according to her. I don't remember.
Cool story, bro.
But from what I've been told, that was the day on which I was born.
That was soul print to prove it?
Yeah.
Probably so. Probably so.
Before you touch the earth, they got to print your soul on a piece of paper. The sole of your foot, that is.
The question is who? Who's going to save it?
Oh, sorry.
Who is going to save that? Who's going to save your soul? Who will save your soul?
Bit of Jewel.
That needs to be a soundbite right there.
Yeah. Yep.
So speaking
when I was younger, I didn't actually mind that song. Watching it on the TV video clip. She wasn't bad. Anyway, sorry, Mac. Go.
I was gonna say, going back to the animals, I heard a weird animal story that I've never heard ever in my life. Here in rural Pennsylvania, where I am, somebody had a baby kangaroo hopping around in their field. I never even caught the whole. I mean, I guess somebody must have had it and it got loose, but that's a new one for me.
That's a long swim.
Or a big jump.
Yeah, one of the two. I know they say, crocodiles, saltwater crocodiles have been found all over the world traveling around, but I don't think kangaroos work that way.
I don't think so. But yeah, I think it's all those
animals. No, the crocodiles would get them.
Yeah, the crocodiles keep the kangaroo at bay.
That's why I can't have a garden here. I mean, it's really cool to be able to come home.
Kangaroos.
Well, Dixie says that's like living in a Disney movie because she comes home and the birds kind of all fly off, and then the squirrels all kind of run off, and then all the little bunnies hop away, and then she looked out and there was a deer walking across the backyard. She says it was just kind of like, she was expecting the bluebirds to come and put a ribbon in her hair. And I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, I am never going to be able to grow anything outside with all these deer and squirrels and groundhogs and everybody else that wants to come up and nibble on my lettuces. So,
dude, we have a little greenhouse out back of this house, and I had zucchinis coming up in there, and shit got in my fucking greenhouse and ate my zucchini plants. My ones outside are doing great. The ones in the greenhouse got eaten. Unreal.
Wanted a challenge.
So, a great way to keep pests, bigger pests like that, especially deer, out of your garden. Some people will put up posts and then run fishing line every couple feet up. And you have to do it up high. They have to be at least 6 feet up because some deer will still clear that 6 foot no problem, easily. And then I know another lady who said sheep. If you get a sheep or two, it doesn't have to be like in your garden, just anywhere on your property that's visible from the garden. Deer will not come around it at all. Yeah, when I was up in Detroit, that lady, we butchered her sheep. And the very next day, and I did not see one deer in her yard for like 3 weeks. She butchered her sheep. Next morning, 2 deer sitting there eating all the stuff in her garden. I thought she was crazy when she told me sheep keep deer away, but it appears that they do.
I cannot believe I've never heard such a thing as many sheep and deer as I've grown up around.
Yep, sheep will keep deer, and they will cut your lawn for you. I think it's 2 sheep would do an acre of grass, keep it down, cut for you.
Yeah, they cut your lawn and fucking cut your garden too.
Well, yeah.
It's like, what are you going to swap it out for? A bloody, a deer that eats your garden or a sheep that eats your garden?
Yeah, you put the sheep
might
in.
leave a few plants, but bloody hell.
But yeah, they are good. For some reason, they keep deer away. Don't know what it is, but deer are afraid of sheep.
Well, it could have been that she was actually butchering the sheep. I mean, they were like, fuck, don't go near there.
I'm not going to end up like that last batch of sheep she had. I ain't going anywhere near those things. Could be.
Yeah.
And this was in downtown Detroit. Deer. We were well, not downtown, but in Detroit on, I think, 7th. We were on 7th mile? 7 mile? No, we were on 5 Mile. Right off of it. And yeah, there were deer all over that place. It was crazy. In Detroit, just saying, not as bad as they say it is in the movies. I mean, the people there were awesome. They didn't know how to drive, but it didn't matter what color you were, this or that. Everybody was nice to me. Everybody there. I never had one person say nothing bad to me about anything. They don't like to wait at stoplights. I'll give them that. If there's nobody coming, where the light's green going the other way, they just go. It's insane. I was only there like a month, and I saw it 10 times. Easy. People sitting at red lights and decided, hey, fuck this. I'm going. Sorry, Liz. Cha-ching. Yeah, don't be scared to visit Detroit. Beautiful people. Love them. All right, my Detroit rant's done.
So what do you got coming up, Mac? More jams on the way?
Yeah, I was just thinking about. I got a new episode of the band show. I even have it uploaded. Actually, what I've been doing with stuff is setting up a premiere on YouTube and then linking my Odyssey video there, so that people go there instead. But yeah, some banjo tunes. I'll go dig up that playlist. And not related to that, but I have a job interview later this afternoon, so good vibes and positive thoughts and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Good luck.
Or my apologies. I'm sorry you have to
I'll
do that
accept
again.
both.
And there's that. Yeah, sorry that's happening, my friend.
I know
both sides of the coin.
It's cool because it was on a whim. I just asked somebody because she's married to someone who runs like a nursery, and I've done a lot of stuff like that, landscaping and trimming and all that. And I was like, hey, do you guys need help by chance? And like, he wanted to see me the next day, so hopefully that's good.
That's cool. Outdoors.
Oh, man, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my favorite kind of work, man. Getting to work with your hands, getting to work with nature.
Yeah, absolutely. I've done that a lot. I think what interested them the most was I worked at when I worked at the country club, I was a certified spray tech, which of course is the thing I'm mostly not interested in doing, is dealing with chemicals and shit again.
Right.
But I think at the nursery it'll be different than the golf course. That was a lot of specialized, extreme stuff.
You've got to go kill all the golfers. Wait, if I kill the golfers, won't they?
You're going to hate me for sure. I'm going to get your chair for sure. Yeah. But no, yeah, those golf courses, it's because they're growing things that aren't,
Right.
native to that area. So they have to have all this extra crap just to stay alive.
I remember a video we had to watch at that job was about talked about how golf courses are the largest natural, unnatural places like on the planet. Like they're natural, but it's all fake,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. As opposed to a farm. Well, a farm. I'd go say like some of the broadacre farms are is about as unnatural as you can get, but they're still natural. Don't get me started on farming though, or modern agriculture. Jeez.
Shout out to Bob.
Yeah, I'll just say one thing about it. I think it was designed to run us out of resources the way we farm today. It's made to destroy your topsoil, so you have to put all these chemicals into it just to actually grow a crop.
It's planned obsolescence, just like a DVD player.
Yeah.
Yep.
Only it's for dirt. It's creating dirt out of soil.
Yeah, well, that's right. It is basically what it does is it destroys the living part of the soil. So you're left just with a medium, and then you basically add your chemicals. It's a little bit like treating nature like a hydroponic grow area, where you just add the right amount of chemicals or whatever to it, and that's your crop. And that's why I'm sort of don't really like hydroponics as well, because it seems very unnatural in the way that they set up. But when you look at the opposite spectrum to what that is, well, you see, which it would be sort of like more towards your permaculture. Well, that's where you're basically trying to feed the soil, constantly trying to enhance the soil, because you know that if you have the more turnover in your soil with living organisms and whatnot, well, the healthier plants are going to be, and stronger and better yields and all the rest of that sort of stuff. So
it's like
they're the opposite.
Like
That's
what they
why
do with
when-
food too, take the nutrients out and then sell you hollow food and vitamins.
Yep. And then they make the portion smaller, increase the price just a little bit, and that's how they're hiding the inflation. That's why you people think that organic food costs so much more. It's just so expensive. Well, that's just food, man. That's just food. Everything else you're eating is just nothing.
Food.
Otherwise, you're just getting nothing.
Well, that's right. And this is the thing, a little bit deceptive with some of the stuff that you'd say, oh, look, you put it in your caloric intake and you said, oh, well, I had this much spinach in this day and then it's got that much iron and all that sort of stuff as well. If you don't grow in the soil where it doesn't have, all that rich iron in the soil or these trace elements in the soil, they're not going to be in the plant. So, it's a bit deceptive to say, oh, look, am I getting my ratios or recommended daily intake?
Exactly.
You may not be. And that's where you sort of...
Here in this country, 75% of the population is deficient in iodine because it isn't in the soil. Yeah, you can eat all the strawberries and green beans and all these things that are supposedly high in iodine, But if the iodine isn't in the soil, the plants aren't going to suck it up out of it. It's just how it works.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, you buy the ingredients to build a cake. If you leave one of the ingredients out, it's not going to be the same anymore. The cake is going to be different. Yeah, it might still might still do its thing, but it's not going to have all that same stuff in it.
And the other thing is, and this is what I've heard, I don't know how true it is, but, when you do actually crave things, you're looking for those nutrients, but you may just be handed substitutes, or if you don't know how to eat properly, you're handed these substitutes that will take that craving away for you, like your salts and your, but you may not need those things. Like a lot of these bigger people, they're probably missing nutrients and craving things that they really want to have in their diet, but they're just, it's just not there in the food. You know what I mean? So
the neighbor lady told me when she was pregnant with, I think all her kids, all 4 of them, she would have cravings in the middle of the night. She would go outside and start eating dirt. She said she did it with all of her children. She doesn't know why. She was supposed, kind of hesitant to tell me about it.
My sister literally ate dirt as a child. I wish Paul was here. He could confirm this. She ate it to the point that my mom had to finally ask a doctor, what's going on? My child won't stop eating dirt. And he told her she needs something. Whatever it is she needs, she's getting it out of that soil. Leave her alone. Let her do it. And she finally stopped. Yep.
Yeah, it's like that animal instinct, the animal inside of us, just your body itself, not the soul, not your consciousness, but your body knows what it needs.
Something it needs, and it's getting it where it knows it is. Yep.
I just heard somebody say that.
I mean, she was young. Like, she wasn't even able to talk yet. She was crawling around. And
in utero, they know what they need, and that's why pregnant women get those weird cravings. Because in utero, the baby tells the mom what the baby needs nutrient-wise, and the mom's like, "Oh shit, I need fucking ice cream and pickles."
It's probably something a little better than ice cream, but yeah, I totally forgot. I have another video that I just finished up that I sent you, Josh. I didn't know if it came through on the Telegram thing right the first time because of how that is sometimes, but
I know Telegram takes a while sometimes to get things through. It's weird. It used to work,
but I uploaded a private YouTube deal of it too.
I tried. I made a video yesterday. I put it up yesterday. But, I mean, it's okay, but it's not, I did it fast. I was sitting there starting to do the video editing, and I just got this.
Yup.
I'm still not back in my, gotta make my video. That's why I'm waiting to do this electrostatic and gases one. I want to be in that zone to win.
Man, we didn't talk about static electricity. I had dropped a story.
Yeah, I was reading a bit of that.
Yeah,
Do you want to go through it real quick?
Do we have time? And are we going to play the song? That was the other question.
I can sum it up.
Are you getting the song ready?
Oh, I've got it ready.
Okay, you got that ready? All right.
We can play it now, or we can play it after post TFR. Another entitled.
Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that.
You're not in Iron Realm Media on YouTube after the show, come on over to YouTube, jump into chat, say hello, and there will be a little extra snippet for you there.
Yes, indeed.
Nice. Another end credit scene. So yeah, tell them about triboelectricity, sir, and how the idea works. Truly, every time I pet one of these cats, I get a little shock. It's crazy.
So basically, to sum up, this guy was saying there might be a different way of how this static electricity is created, or thinking about it in a different way. And he says he believes that the tiny protrusions on the surface of materials generates polarization when they are bent. This effect, known as flexoelectricity, is then what causes static electricity. So yeah, it's like, well, with static electricity, you know, there's like it's basically things rubbing on each other, and he's saying it's these protrusions on the surfaces are getting bent, which actually I thought about earlier. I thought it was more to do with the types of materials.
I know, I did too.
One's being more sulfur, and one being something else. So yeah, mine was more related to the galvanic cell, but this makes sense too in a way. So
when we talked about like the structures, like they're trying to build the wind-driven, flexible stack things that are kind of similar to the pagoda towers that would flex in the wind and create electricity. So this idea of this flexing, creating electricity, this bending, creating electricity is something that, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. It's something that really, before these last few things that has touched on it, was never a thing I thought about. Like I said, when we found out that it was a thing and looked at the pagoda towers and thought about those kind of drifting and blowing in the wind, and now here we go, another way that electricity is being created by this bending of a material. Also, it also reminded me of that idea of structural surface features on different objects having different energy patterns, like kind of like the inside of the beetles from Egypt that have the levitation power, electromagnetic levitation ability or whatever. That idea of the surface of these materials being so important to what they actually do in this energetic field that we all exist in. This energy plate that I carry around in my pocket, this purple energy plate, is supposed to have little... Well, I'll shut up and we'll go away.
Guess that's the end of it. Make sure you guys do stick around. We're going to jump off at TFR. We're going to have a little special treat for you guys afterwards. But this has been the Ironworks right here on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. Josh, Walt, Zach, and Lucas. Make sure you join us again on Friday morning for another exciting episode. In the meantime, be good, be well. We love you. Bye-bye.
Figures I would wake up from my cat coma right at the end of the fucking show.
Isn't that how it always works?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can get this thing set up. I know it's here somewhere.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look into that article. So it's just saying pretty much the bending?
Well, the surface...
Yeah, it's like the...
Go ahead.
It's like the two materials, sort of interact with each other and create a bending, and then it's one side will create a positive and one side will create a negative, and they'll interact that way. But I'd always thought, like, especially when you're dealing with the static electricity, you're doing it with balloons, so you're doing it with sort of materials that are rubber in nature or more sulfuric, oily in a sense. So you've already got that sulfur sort of thing present there. Then you've got the metals, and then you've got
I know the balloon thing,
the
but
air.
for me, right? But the carpet thing, dude. We lived in this trailer one time that was like I was Electro Man. I could get like, oh my god, an inch and a half spark, chasing my brother and sister around the house, just rubbing the hell out of my feet on the carpet. I mean, my socks on the carpet. It was great. It was amazing. So yeah,
that's
to me,
still,
it's about the surface being, I don't know, I never did understand what it was. And to me, it was always better in cold weather, too. Cold weather always made it more.
Well, yeah, because it's drier. When there's humidity in the air, that's the same thing as rubber. It's an insulator. So you have to have more of a charge to actually create a spark. So when it's dry, there's not as much material between you and that other object, so the path of resistance is less, so it can discharge sooner, bigger, brighter.
But depending on the carpets as well, like, it may be how the carpets are structured, but it's also like they're sort of, depends if it's synthetic carpets as well or natural. But yeah, you're going to have those oils present even in that. And
I was just trying
hair
to
is
think about,
mainly
like, the
proteins
carcass
as
and
well.
how it was made, right? I'm just thinking about that. And plus, there's that surface below that Berber or whatever, that layer of crap that it's all embedded into. That's probably got just exactly what you're saying, those sulfuric oils and stuff in it. So,
all right, are you ready for this or what?
yeah, let's jam. We'll talk carpet another time. Go. Oh my god, dude, that was so fucking awesome.
That really was.
Nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
You got super chats and everything else. Shout out. Thank you, VW Blue Sky and Robert Page. Yeah, dude, that was great. That was fucking awesome. So can we put the original up on our channel, sir?
Yeah, I just it's still just private. I didn't know if you guys wanted
Well,
to,
yeah,
to
that's what
pull
I'm
it
saying. I
and
don't
put
want to
it.
do that yet. Till
Yeah, I
you're
didn't
ready
like
for it.
officially put it out because I figured I'd let you guys do that.
Well, that's
Nice.
awesome. Thank
Sweet.
you.
We'll do that for sure.
So yeah, whenever.
I can pull it today while I'm at work. Once I get on
Yeah.
their Wi-Fi, I'll just yank it down.
That's why I didn't know if it sent because I'm a real dick and I have to make my videos super high quality. So then the files are huge.
Takes forever, right?
Yeah, and that's why I didn't know if it. I was like, I'll just upload it and that'll probably be easier.
Nice.
No, I
So you
sent it to
guys
Walt.
asking there in chat, the original is Gravity. It's by a little lady named Cheyenne. And definite amazing cover song. I wonder if, man, it's been a minute since I've talked to their camp at all, like literally since the beginning of Iron Realm. But I would definitely reach out and let them know that exists. Because, I think she'd be very appreciative of that.
It was like so, I don't know, particularly I cannot talk on that.
I'm having trouble.
On that video, I was getting so tired of listening to it over and over while I was working on the video and stuff. And, to the point where I was like, this is fucking terrible. Just because I listened to it so many times.
That's awesome.
I'm like that with my songs too. I'm just like at the end of them, like, is this any good? Can someone tell me? It's like,
All
can
I
send
hear is
it to
every
someone?
single flaw. Like, it sucks.
Shout out Brandon Toy. He's giving us a super chat with a little peace sign there in chat.
Thanks,
sir.
everybody, for the kind words. Chat's blown up with stuff.
Yeah, man, it is. And I'm glad.
Yeah, shout out to Robert Page, VW Blue Sky, all that flat fellow again with the sunglasses. All
I didn't go back that far enough. Thank you for that one, Tommy. I missed it. Sorry, friend.
VW Blue Sky gave a fist bump dancing pair. I love it.
Oh, I didn't say what it was. Yeah, it is definitely the fist bump. Love it.
All right, then I guess I better get to work. And by the way,
Thank you guys for hanging out these extra few minutes with us. Thank you, TJ, for sharing that, sir. And
Thank you for sharing it.
Yeah, that was one of those ones that I really pondered on when I knew I wanted to commission TJ to do a couple songs, some covers for us. Once that one popped into my brain, it was done. I'm like, oh, it's gotta be great. It's gotta be one of them. So thank you very much for that. Yeah, I'll try to get that up there today if I can find time to gather up all your links and stuff. I will.
Tommy, absolutely put it on the variety show. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, awesome. Fucking A, Tommy. That would be amazing. That would be great, man. Do that. Thank you, sir.
Shout out to Nemo, Nick Brown. I forget. I was gonna say I don't know. Other people that stop by my streams. Dawn, I see her sometimes.
Thank you all for being here this morning in chat, hanging out with us. New people. Thank you, Sir Pablo, who probably isn't hearing all this now because that was on TFR chat. But dude, it was good to see you, brother. Oh, but much missed. Much missed. Don't be such a stranger. Keep being that hero you are, sir. We all appreciate what you do out there. Trust me. And what you do, TJ. Thank you for the music, dude. I don't pop into your chat as often as I see you there live because I'm usually in the living room without the phone, happen to be sitting there grubbing or have a cat on me and I can't move. But yeah, I love your jams. It's definitely a chill place to hang out.
No, don't disturb cats on account of me.
Nah, you can't really. It's like, dude, it's like a coma system. They've got me. They know how to make me be still. And what's happening is this one's got me locked down in the chair while the other two are in there getting into the, cereal box or something. Lord, they're worse than the rats ever were.
I don't dislike cats, but I'm allergic to them, so I have a weird relationship with them.
Right. Well, as Paul said on the show, it was something growing up. We had them in the house all around and all that. He suffered from the allergies more than I did, but it was always an issue. Anytime I'm away from cats at any time, then it takes me some reacclimatization.
Do you think deers are allergic to sheep? Is that what it is?
Is that it? That might be it.
I don't know. You bring them close. You see if deers
I
start
am.
sneezing if they get near close.
Unless
I
we
can't
part
believe
deer.
We better go. We
I have
better
a
go.
raging
We better go.
sheep allergy.
Love y'all. Thank you.
Love y'all.
Careful, Josh.
Will do. Thank you, guys. We will see you right back here on Friday morning. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit after the show. Just a brief glimpse into the last few minutes before I trump off to work. Love you guys.
Now dash out the door.
That's it.
Love y'all. Thank
All
y'all.
right. Yeah, I love you guys.
Later.
Shout out, happy birthday, Lunderground. Should I say happy Corporation Formation Day?